Alright, so I'm going to draw my classroom out for you. As you can see, it's kind of already laid out, but I want to explain to you as I go through and draw it and kind of tie it back into my mission statement, which is all about building confidence and inspiring kids to speak with conviction and to find their voice. And so that starts with the entrance of my classroom. So right when you walk in, we have these big, tall bookcases. And what I want to do is create that feel from the very beginning that you're walking into something more than just a classroom. I want you to feel like you're coming into sort of a coffee house feel where you can bounce ideas off of your neighbors and you feel at home, and the atmosphere is a little different than a typical classroom. And that has to do with these bookcases and then this chandelier that's going to be hanging. It's going to be a big, tall piece in my classroom. But also right here at the door, I want my students to drop their shoes off. I want them to feel as comfortable as possible, and that's just an effort. It's a small effort to try to make this classroom feel more like a home. So if you go into the main part of the room, I have this giant carpeted area. And what that's about is, like I said, making it feel more like a home. I don't want it to feel like brick walls and tile floors. I want it to feel like you're coming in and you can drop your shoes at the front and you can lounge at one of the couches that's around the carpet. You can sit and do your work however you feel most comfortable. Now, I realize that in my 5th grade classroom, feet do smell bad. So I'm just gonna insert these little Febreze inside my shoebox just so my room isn't miserable inside. But it's a price you have to pay for comfort. So around my carpet are these couches where you can sit, but I also want traditional tables, not desks, but tables, so that you can spread your work out. And you have little seats you can sit in here. And the importance of that is not everyone likes to sit at a couch and do it, but not everyone wants to sit at a table and do work. So I have these tables here so students can come in and be as organized as they want to be. And these are just the seats beside it. But back here is a main aspect that I'm really excited about, and this is the standing desks. What I have found is that some students don't like to be confined to a chair, and that's okay. As long as you are organized in your own mind and you're organized in the fact that you can just be wherever you want to be, and that's okay with me. So that's what this standing desk is for. There's no tables back, there's no seats back here. They can come and they can stand and do their work, and they can move about as they please. They can come to the tables, they can come to the standing desk, they can come to the carpet and sit. But it's all about being where you're most comfortable, where you feel more confident. And so that is the idea behind this centerpiece of my classroom, which is this giant stage. And the stage is important to me because I want to teach children to be able to speak with conviction. I want them to find their voice, and that comes from being able to speak in front of your peers and feel comfortable about it. And so when we go through our ELA and we go through our writing and reading, what I want them to be able to do is to feel confident and comfortable standing up and speaking their words. And that sounds like something that's simple, but your words, you can stumble on them and you can be afraid to speak them, and I don't want that at all. So this center stage is a place for my students to really build that confidence. And behind it is where I would have my traditional projector where I can teach from. But I am going to be at my desk for the most part because I want my classroom to be student driven. I want the attention to be on them and not me. So wherever they're sitting, they can come back and they can turn and they can hear me at my desk, and they know that this is a place where they can come and they can ask questions. But I want the classroom to be about them. And so another main aspect that I'm really excited about are these standing cafe tables over here. And I titled them OL, for Organization Lab. And what I want them to be able to do is when they're about to come on stage, they can come to this cafe style tables, and there's no seats, and what it is for them to be organized. Organize your thoughts. I'm going to have cards on these tables that have different quotes from writers and different ideas of what they can use when they go on stage. And what I want them to do is have every resource possible for when they come in and they get on that stage. And so on this wall, is my news wall. What I want my kids to learn how to do is not just speak in front of children, in front of other peers verbally, but also use their words in any kind of sense. And so this news wall is designed for my kids to build a Twitter style social media on this wall. So they come over to this writer's cafe, they organize their thoughts and they're thinking something. They can learn how to write in social media to find their voice and to not feel like they're going to be ridiculed, but also not lose their sense of education in it. When you look on Twitter, you have a tendency to think that some people are uneducated before they write. I don't want that for my students, and it starts with them being able to learn about how to write in different contexts in the classroom. And so that's what this area is about. Back here is where I have my readers table. And it's just a kidney style table where the kids can come and we'll do small group reading while there are other writing activities going on. But what I also want is for a safe haven for my students to go read and escape. And so I have these bookshelves back here. And like I said, they're tall, and I want them to feel like it's an old English style study. And so we have books everywhere. And I don't know how I'm going to find all these books, but maybe I'll just go to yard sales and all that kind of stuff. But I want the room to be full of books, even if they never get touched, if anything else, just for the aesthetic of it, because I want them to feel like they're in a higher education room. And so we have flexible seating in here. We have some bean bags and some other carpet and other style chairs. And this is their reader's getaway. This is their safe haven when they want to go read, and they can feel comfortable to go there, grab a book, open it up, and if they need to bring it to the reader's table, they can bring it to the reader's table. So back here, just to revisit, this is my desk, and I have plenty of storage because I'm going to have all kinds of stuff in my class, materials. So I have to have storage here. But over here, in this area, is where I'm going to have a coat closet. And I call it the coat closet, but it can be any kind of costume or prop. And they can come over here to the writer's area, get there, however they want to look, and come on stage. Because looking good is half the battle as well. So I want them to have a place over here where they can have different types of props, different jackets, different kind of scarves, or whatever have you. And they don't have to always be themselves on stage. It's about finding their voice. So this is my classroom layout, and I'll zoom in so you can see it a little carefully. And that's it.